So yesterday we discussed some of the antics at the absurd Grammys on Sunday night. And one of the people we discussed was singer Billie Eilish for saying the following. Watch.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
I love that.
And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And I say sorry.
In that blacked out part, she said F ice. Her voice does matter, guys. It matters a lot. It matters to the Tongva tribe, which is actually technically, under her logic, the owner of the land on which her $14 million house sits. It's worth much more than that. It was bought for that a few years ago. And here is what has happened since Sunday night. Her lavish mansion, located on land that belongs to the Tongva tribe, the indigenous people of the greater Los Angeles basin, they're upset about this land. It's theirs, ancestral land. They have issued the following statement. We appreciate the opportunity to provide clarity regarding the recent comments made by Billie Eilish. As the first people of the greater Los Angeles basin, we do understand that her home is situated in our ancestral land, they said, adding, she has not reached out to the tribe herself. Eilish has not contacted our tribe directly regarding her property. We do value the instance when public figures provide visibility to the true history of this country. Additionally, the tribe said they've contacted Eilish's team, quote, to express our appreciation for her comments. It is our hope that in future discussions, the tribe can be explicitly referenced to ensure the public understands that the greater LA basin remains Gabrielino Tongva territory. And so the real question here is, when is she going to return her mansion to the Tongva? Rich, 3, 2, 1, no time like the present. Yeah. There's no such thing as an illegal on stolen land.
I'm sure it'd be a great community center for the tribe, and she can go someplace else that she thinks was rightfully secure. Now, so many levels of absurdity to this. One, stealing land is what human beings did almost throughout the entirety of our history, very much including Native Americans, right? And this is, in some ways, it speaks well of us as a Western society that you have people thinking this in these terms. We stole it, that was bad, because no Comanche was thinking, oh, we really shouldn't have done that to the Apaches when we pushed them out. No Iroquois, after they bought a bunch of rifles from the Dutch and the English, were thinking, no, we shouldn't do this to the Mohicans, right? They just took the land. So if you kind of peel the onion, every tribe that, Ben and Jerry say, the Lakotas, the Black Hills back, or whatever it is, they stole it from someone else. They moved in there and displaced other people. So this is how it works. And then it was through American leadership that you get a post-World War II situation where we take national sovereignty seriously, we take borders seriously. And this just goes to how radical some of the contentions are on immigration. It's not just that borders don't have any legitimacy in terms of excluding people. We have no right to be here ourselves. It's a criticism of the United States of America at its foundations.
Charlie, Billie Eilish will never give back her mansion to the Tongva, nor will any of these Hollywood celebrities who try to lecture us or make us do a land acknowledgement before we can hear them perform ever do such a gesture.
As stupid as her comments were, and they were made all the more so by the fact that for some reason she seemed to be wearing an academic gown of the sort you would expect the commencement speaker to wear. But the thing that
I'm amazed you can identify it as anything. I thought it looked like a domino.
It was odd, wasn't it? But she clearly had just heard that sentence somewhere or seen it on a fortune cookie or something and decided to say it. But I thought the more disturbing part was when the camera panned to the audience. The expressions on their faces were so vacant. There was this sort of yes look in their eyes that honestly kind of worried me. It was weird. And I think as a result, we ought perhaps not to take them too seriously because they're not going to do anything about it. As Rich says, though, the core idea there is, if taken to its logical conclusion, exclusive of the sovereignty and authority of the United States government and all of the 50 states as well. So while Billie Eilish might not worry me, those sentiments, when expressed from within the institutional left, as they often are, and within academia, do. Because if there is no such thing as an illegal person, then there's no such thing as a citizen. And if there's no such thing as a citizen, then there's no such thing as a government, because we live in a representative government and a constitutional republic. So she hasn't thought it through. It's very silly. But it is actually quite destructive of everything else that we believe in. And then if you look at the behavior in Minnesota, you can sort of see how one leads to the other. Because if...
Oh, yeah.
Right, because if there is no such thing as an illegal person, well, then all immigration laws are illegitimate, and there's nothing wrong with nullifying federal law. And then you kind of get rid of everything we've built up.
Yes. Okay, now speaking of someone who hasn't thought it through, a couple years ago, this guy was in the news for getting married, and Taylor Swift went to his wedding. He's written a bunch of songs for her. Apparently, he's a prolific songwriter, and he's very well known in the music industry, and his name is Jack Antonoff. And he was there at the Grammys, and he did have on one of those little ice-out pins. And unfortunately for Jack, he got asked about it. And here's how that went. Watch.
Close.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the pin that you're wearing tonight?
I mean,
Why is that important?
this is terrible. You know, I mean, it's time to. It's just for every reason you could imagine, I would think. But yeah, I'm a bit speechless trying to even talk about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like hard to talk about anything else at this point.
I get it.
But
Is it?
But we can do both and find a way to. I don't know. It's just a really good time for people to come together and figure out how to move through this, because it's only going to be small communities that can really help.
Rich, he has no idea why
Do you
he is
think it's
wearing that
a Greenland-related protest, maybe? The ice in Greenland?
This is why...
That was amazing.
This is why I've written about this. This is why so many of those people, when they complain, use the phrase, you know, with everything that's going on, because they don't know what's going on. So they've just heard there's something bad, and they say it's very hard to talk about anything else with everything that's going on. And then you ask what's going on, and they say, you know, everything.
And then the moronic reporter, as opposed to realizing, oh my God, this is actually a great moment, I could actually really expose him. She's like, oh, you know, like who does have the words?
Yeah,
you know,
neither of them know what it is, probably.
No, and of course, for the listening audience, he's wearing the ice out pin, but normally you put that on your lapel. He has it way down on his hip pocket. It's almost like he didn't even want to wear it, but they were handing him out when you walked in. He's like, okay, I guess I have to put this thing on, and then had the misfortune of being asked about it.
It's like a skit from
love it
Arrested
so
Development or something.
So dumb. And honestly, Justin Bieber, I mentioned him. He was out there with one of those pins yesterday. Truly, I mean, honestly, one of the dumbest people in public life. He sings well. I wouldn't take that away from him. But for him, who was like a week ago in his tighty whities doing a concert to try to lecture us, we pulled a couple of pictures of Justin Bieber. Because like when you see Justin Bieber walking around in these paparazzi shots where like literally the only part of him you can really see is just the little circle of his face because he's covered in his sweatshirt from head to toe, or he's wearing his bizarre, I don't know what, like Justin Bieber is kind of like a Britney Spears figure to me. He's like kind of gone. He became too big a star, too rich at too early an age. And now he's like probably about 6 months away from a conservatorship from the look of it. Who now wants to lecture us on immigration policy, Rich. Should we ask him perhaps about temporary protected status and the latest decision, which is based on alleged racial animus?
Yeah, it's a little bit like the French Revolution. You had to wear a cockade to show you were with the revolutionaries, and a lot of people just did it because they were scared or because everyone else was doing it, or they're forced to do it. I think at one point the king was wearing it because he's afraid of getting executed. But there's an elite that decides what the cause is, and these are all lemmings. They of course pride themselves in their great independence of mind and courage, but just nothing of the sort. They just do what everyone else thinks they do what they're supposed to do and play act. And a lot of them are, actors, and they sing the words put in front of them. And this is just a version of that.
International disputes, inflation, rising national debt, digital currency. There is a never-ending list of reasons that gold has risen over 700% in the last 20 years. And a never-ending list of reasons smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals with Birch Gold Group. Gold can thrive during uncertainty, which is why it's a crucial part of a balanced strategy. It gives you peace of mind, given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text MK to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider letting Birch Gold help you diversify with gold, so you too can have peace of mind regardless of the uncertainty. Text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.